Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kaiserredux. We're playing as Azerbaijan. We're developing iron ore deposits. We might win the election, who knows. We got a radio. We're missing equipment production in the form of fighters. We might want to start on fighters. I'm going to grab some interwar small airframe. What the heck? We have a fighter designer? That's wild. Anyways. That's crazy. We got iron ore deposits. We're good on iron. Alright. We can press buttons. Which ones? Trade. With, I don't know, Alash Orda. I don't know, does it do anything, but, you know, it's fine. Let's see. Airbase, fighter stuff. Probably want to start getting other stuff. We could do bauxite extraction. We could expand the oil fields. The black gold beneath our soil. And the shore of our lifeblood. Shore are the lifeblood of Azerbaijan's economy. Expanding existing oil fields in Baku and Sarakani will secure economic independence and attract foreign investors eager for a reliable supply. Every new well strengthens both our treasury and our place among the industrial nations of the region. Maybe not the most important thing to do, but I'll do it. Nanjing Click has been annexed. They capitulated. R.I.P. Bozos. Oop, and then we can do... Oh, come on, buddy. The what? I'm sorry, what? Sorry, what? What? The Second Great Occidental Schism. Today in the... I have not seen this event ever. Today in the early hours of the morning, Cardinal Eugene Tessarant, on the balcony of the Cathedral of St. Philip in Algiers, announced to the world that a new pope had been elected and the interregnum was over. However, this pope was not the Bishop of Rome, who currently rules in Rome. No, this was an entirely new Pontifex Maximus. Spurred on by disagreements with the Church, the Catholic Church within France is now split from Rome at the behest of the French Grand Master Joseph Darnand. The new pope, known once as Marcel Lefebvre, has taken the name Pius XII and is an ultra-traditionalist. Rome, along with the majority of the Catholic Church, have decried this schism, while the new pope and his legionary backers claim they will not rest until Rome is under her rightful pontiff. Just what is to befall Catholicism due to this remains to be seen. A papal schism. What is this, the 1300s? True. True statement. Trade with Bukhara. True statement. Not that there's going to be much of a Bukhara. The Savoyard crisis resolved. A few days ago, a demand from the Commune of France telegraphed the Swiss government cede the province of Haute-Savoie under threat of armed coercion. The French characterized their demand as the need to end the persecution of the French population within the province. Despite a desperate attempt to find international support for the retention of the region under the Swiss government, no nation seemed to risk war over the French demands. This is a victory for the French government, which has already declared the reclamation of Haute-Savoie as a victory for the world's working class. Syndicalism spreads. Anyway, a peace deal has been signed between Paraguay and Bolivia. And oh, well, rip Paraguay. There ain't no more Paraguay. Now, hey, it's back. Gandhi takes power in the Bharatiya Commune and is the leader of the Bharatiya Commune's agrarian socialist faction and its recently elected head of state, Mohandas Kamarchand Gandhi, sometimes called the Mahatma or the Pure Soul by his devoted countrymen, gave a fiery speech to an electrified crowd in Calcutta today, promising that there was a path to peace for the reunification of India. While he dismissed speculation this meant submission of the Bharatiya Union to either the Dominion of India, the North, or the Princely Federation of the West, and firmly stated the Commune would defend itself against any and all aggression, he urged the people of India to consider the possibility of Swaraj, or self-rule, through peaceful means, rather than through a destructive war, which would only bring more misery, stating his government to do its utmost to follow this path. Anyways... It's 37. Recon, maybe? Anyways. Peru declared war on Ecuador. Rip Ecuador. Panama's holding on. We're going to expand the oil fields. Alright. Mingashavir, SES. On the Kura River lies the potential for one of the greatest infrastructural projects in our history, the Mingashavir Hydroelectric Station. Harnessing the river's power would electrify rural Azerbaijan, providing reliable energy to our growing industry and stand as a monument to national progress. With sufficient investment, the project could light up the entire heart of the Republic. Let's build a hydroelectric dam. Alright, the Guangxi clique has capitulated. We no longer get the effects of the Berlin stock crisis. We could probably get logistics companies. That seems like a good idea. The West Russian army has been annexed. Not a huge surprise. Everyone's joined the Belgrade Pact. I think that's a great idea. Foundation of the Belgrade Pact. Excuse me. Serbia, Romania, and Greece, the three Balkan members of the Entente, all with revanchist views of their own, have recently gathered to a common table of negotiations and announced the beginning of the Belgrade Pact. While this pact puts a lot of focus on the cultural discussion, preserving Balkan identities, it's also a military alliance between the participants, seemingly directed at the countries separating them and holding their ancestral lands. This new development is a big thorn in the Bulgarian domination of the Balkans, but only the incoming reaction of the other central powers can determine whether it will yield any fruit. Hopefully, the Balkans won't start another world war. Anyways, Indonesia's capitulated. Rip Indonesia. I think we're gonna probably keep half-mast flags and still, the Russians declared war on these two little guys right here. Not a huge surprise. Dispersed industry. Let's see. I obviously don't need synthetic refining. We should probably get interwar artillery. That seems like a good idea. More boys. Welcome to the party. We'll select a grand doctrine. Oh, I suspect we should get grand battle plan. Right? That seems smart. And then we can train guys up. Sure. More cavalry? Why not? Tusha Hazaru indeed. Alright, we now have... Okay. Oh, okay, it's just gonna happen in... a few years. Okay, whatever. Sure, great. Let's see here. We want things that give us more military factories. So let's increase military spending. Our army cannot defend the Republic on promises and speeches alone. The War Ministry has long been constrained by the limited state budget and competing demands of reconstruction. Allocating additional funds for recruitment, training, and procurement will ensure that the Milli Ordusu remains capable of deterring any threat, internal or external. Sounds good to me. Alright, we do have a... Hey, there we go. The ballots 1937 election, the ballots have been counted. The results are in. After months of campaigning across the Republic, the people have spoken. Voter turnout was high, respecting both the political engagement, the population, the intensity of debates over economic recovery, national security, and territorial integrity. Another victory for Musavat. We did it. Yay. I suspect that was the boring option, but honestly, I'm fine with that. We could legislate freedoms. That seems like a useful thing to do. Uh-huh. Because that will bring us up to higher stability. Guangzhou government proclaimed. With their power base secured around the prosperous city of Canton, the federalist movement in China has proclaimed their own rival government. Chen Zhongming, Governor-General of Liangguang and the commander of its National Defense Army, declared his intention to bring together the disparate provincial governments throughout the country, tackle the warlord problem head-on, and restore local democracy where bandits and party dictators refuse to negotiate and reform. While short on declaring war on the internationally recognized government of China, it's clear that when Chen's power base is secure in the south, the cautious leader would move north when the time is right, should rival leaders refuse his demands for political and economic reforms. Another one! This is getting ridiculous. Anyways, rip the Tartar Republic. And also rip Bash Kurdistan. Is it Bash? Yeah, it's Bash Kurdistan. Okay. We got more military spending. But we probably want to restore the nation's confidence. Years of uncertainty have sapped the faith of citizens in democratic institutions to secure the republic's future. The government must calm unrest in the countryside, bring an end to lingering Armenian insurgency, and demonstrate the state's authority through law, reform, and reconciliation. Let's do that. Okay. Ottoman Azeri Anti-Terrorist Committee. The neighboring Vilayet of Erevan, under the leadership of Kazim Karabekir, has approached us with an idea to create a joint anti-terrorist organization aimed at eradicating Armenian terrorism at our common borders and the Karabakh region. That's a great idea. Do we... Yeah, we've military access now to each other. Western Command Center is capitulated. How are things going in America? About how you would expect. Pacific states are grinding east. Hawaii has joined the Entente. Dominion of New England. Okay. Recon Company. More soft attack, more hard attack, more defense, less reliability, or just more reliability? I feel like less reliability is fine. What are our options for... Yeah, because we can just defeat that with Mechanical Genius. So let's do that. Serbia declared war on Bulgaria. Okay. That's not a huge surprise to us. We're not building any tanks. It's not happening. We might build armored cars, but probably not. We can get some rangers, don't you know? Excavation 1! There you go. After years of the Belgrade Pact takes on Bulgaria. After years of resent and hatred towards Bulgaria, the Serbian-led Belgrade Pact has taken it upon themselves to destroy Bulgarian hegemony over the Balkans once and for all. Declaring war today, the Belgrade Pact marches towards Sofia with the intent of seizing both their lost and claimed lands for the Bulgarian nations. Of course, Bulgaria will resist fiercely, but whoever wins will not put the Balkans at peace either way, as has been proven many times before. The final nail is being nailed. Everything is collapsing around me. Ferdinand I. The Bukharians have been annexed. The Fourth Balkan War. A country was reborn in the Balkans after the Weltkrieg. Greater Bulgaria, the Titan of the peninsula, uniting all Bulgarian lands and beyond. The kingdom for all Bulgarians is born without bloodshed and with bloodshed and war, though defeating Serbia, Greece, and Romania in the Weltkrieg, a move that these three nations are still bitter about today. The tension led to the formation of the Belgrade Pact. This alliance of Balkan states has now declared war on the Tsardom, throwing the region into conflict yet again. Will Ferdinand I save his nation from overwhelming force? Or will his kingdom be divided once more? What's with the Balkans in war all the time? There's a few reasons for that, but Um, hmm, hmm. I'm thonking. I'm thonking about all sorts of things. Hmm. Anyways. Jihadists secure victory. In a surprising twist, Munawar Qari Abdurrashikan takes the reins of the National Union following the victory in the Turkestan elections. Pledge to restore democracy and Jihadism, Abdurrashikan's leadership marks a new chapter for the party and the nation. Perhaps it's the last hope for Turkestan democracy. How is this capitulated? I'm surprised these nations are still loading off. Peace deal between Canada and Panama. I think Panama managed to... Yeah, Panama managed to hold on to its stuff. Good work, Canada. Excavation, too. Logistics Company 1. You know, we might actually want field hospitals. That might be in our best interest. Or a small enough nation. Delhi declared war on Nepal. Ottoman Empire declared war on the Kingdom of Tsardom of Bulgaria. Okay. We can do President and the Nation. Or we can do Guardians of the Constitution. Let's do Guardians of the Constitution. The Malajis Musaban remains vibrant, yet its fragmentation threatens effective government. Rasulzad's administration begins cautious reforms, securing the stability of the parliamentary system, streamlining parties, codifying electoral law, ensuring that loyal civic organizations form the backbone of a modern Azerbaijani democracy. Anyways. Bashkortostan is annexed. I'm impressed that the Tartar Republic's holding on. Panama declares war on Costa Rica. Is Costa Rica a member of the Entente? Yes, it is. That's an interesting decision. That's an interesting decision that you're making. Especially considering that you own Cotopaxi. Why would you declare war? Okay. More planes. Basic small airframe. Nope. Engines. There you go. CSA declared war on the American Union today. Yeah, so they had a pact, and that's broken now. Everyone's declaring war on everyone. Serbia and the Tsardom of Bulgaria ending hostilities. Yeah, alright. Alright, yeah, well, RIP Tsardom of Bulgaria. That didn't last very long. RIP Tartar Republic. That lasted a little bit longer. Spanish Popular Republic joins the International. Okay, no surprises. The DPSS take power in Bulgaria. Following their overwhelming loss, indeed that was pretty overwhelming, in the Balkan War against the powerful Belgrade Pact, seems as though the issue of selecting a new government was a hot debate within chaotic Bulgaria. As it stood, the Bulgarian people themselves had three candidates that would lead the nation: the Liberal, Radical Democrat, and Broad Socialist parties, and the Conservative, Alexander Stambolski's Bulgarian Agrarian National Unit. It seems, in the end, it seems as though the BRS DPSS were able to seize power and cement their regime. Interesting. The fall of Manila. Yeah, this was probably not smart to declare war on German East Asia. Manila, the capital of the Philippines, has fallen to the Ostasian after the withdrawal of Filipino defenders and her allies. The entrance to the strategically vital Manila Bay remained contested after some time after the city's fall due to heavy concentration of Filipino coastal artillery on Corregidor Island. But the guns eventually fell silent after concerted Ostasian attack. With Manila under Ostasian control, the rest of the Philippines are expected to follow shortly after. This is a stinging defeat for the forces in Asia and the Pacific. The fall of Manila secures the Deutsch Ostasian's grip on the East Indies. Treaty of Manila. The Socialist Republic of the Philippines has capitulated. What? There's still a rump government in Samar? That's wild. What? Huh? Again? That doesn't make sense. What? That's not true. What? They didn't. Denikin's still in charge? This is not true. This is false. Anyways, that doesn't sound well. Okay, yeah, I mean, that may have happened forever ago, but it didn't happen this time. We probably need guns. It seems like that would be good for airplanes. There we go. Tsardom restored. The Russian Republic created in the last years of the Weltkrieg appears to have only lasted 20 years before its end. Hey, welcome back, Kirill. Plagued by disorder, political agitation, and ineffective governance in recent years, the Republic lost support of the people, and state news agencies report the successor to Nikolai II has been crowned Tsar of all Russians. While it's not known international priorities of the reborn Russian Empire are, or even if the coronation of the Tsar will calm the turbulent nation, numerous monarchs across the world have already congratulated the Romanovs for regaining their divine birthright. How long will they last this time? We will see in the next episode. Probably much later than that, but in the next episode. Goodbye.